Hi guys, sound check. Can you all hear me okay? Hi guys, sound check. Can you all hear me okay? Awesome. I have a new headset now, so hopefully I shouldn't have any sound issues. You'll be pleased to know, but I'm not gonna hold my breath. We'll see. Okay, so I'm hoping it's all good. Please let me know if you think it's too low, too quiet. Sorry, one more sound check. Promise. Can you all hear me okay? Awesome. Good news. So I spent about £160 on a new headset, so I'm hoping it's gonna be good. How are you all? Hope you're all good. Cool, so let's get started, shall we? So what I have here is Explain Beta 8. I actually downloaded 7 yesterday when it came out. It seemed okay for me. I think lots of other people complained. They said it wasn't very good. A lot of people were getting a lot of crashed desktops and that sort of thing. I didn't. It seemed fine for me. Anyway, they decided to update it anyway. So shortly after they updated it to 8. Yeah, it seems the same to me. 7 and 8, no big difference. A lot of people were reporting much higher FPS and that sort of thing. But as I say, nothing different for me really. Not going anywhere specific today, just again just playing around, just seeing what's anything noticeable with regards to the new version of Explain. You know how it is, until they do a full release, final release, I won't be doing anything too serious really. Hi Ronan, welcome. Better turn in here. There's a load of birds just there. I want to get an engine failure again. Bird strike. Yeah, there's a load of fixes, as per usual. They've got a change log. You can go through that. There's obviously more in 8.7 change log than there would be in 8. Can you guys hear the sound of the aircraft okay? Just my voice. So this is the DA40, I believe, Twin Star or something like that. It's a payware aircraft, it's pretty cool. I like it. You can see the wheels underneath still spinning. The stopping mode is applying the brake. Smoke is still there, as you can see engine smoke. TPE on that just makes well, it makes engine look yeah, it's quite crazy really. We're on beta 8 now. Just makes you wonder when it's all gonna actually get finished. But there's still quite a lot of issues, so I would be surprised if we're close to final. Just I spend a bit of time flying around and just as I'm doing now really, and I'm picking up a few glitches here and there. When I test it, I don't test it with any payware stuff. I'm trying to avoid that really. It's a bit unfair otherwise. It's not accurately testing it, is it? So some of the things, something I noticed, and I think it's an issue with W2 XP, so the autogen for Europe, not the default autogen that is, but if I'm flying the default aircraft, you can see some of the trees through the wings, so the wings become transparent. Now, I'm not sure whether that's, I would assume that's an issue with the aircraft itself, the default aircraft, I don't know. But yeah, a bit bizarre. Yeah, X-Plane's pretty good to be fair, guys, and you know, it's still not even. This is still it's testing stages, really. I think it's going to look even better as we get closer to final version. Should be good. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Also noticed something else whilst I was flying quite high up in the default 737. The contrails weren't aligned with the engine, so they were slightly off to the right. A bit bizarre, but yeah, so it's all good. As long as we give them feedback, they should sort it all out. Nexus, yeah, I probably will crash, not intentionally. So I'm still using Xenvira. I do think that Xenvira is reducing my frame rates. Let's just switch it on. I know you guys like it on. So, yeah, and it's not always doing that, but I've tested it a few times and it's definitely having an effect. So, I mean, you can see now it's sort of around 40s. Let's save it and see what we get. So what, 42 average. There we go. You see it jumps immediately to 47, 48. Yeah, so it's there's a slight, it does affect it slightly. But again, I guess Xenvira will need to update the software, plugin, whatever you want to call it, add-on. Yeah, the reflections are pretty cool. Believe it or not, I've set it to minimum, so it's not actually on max or not even medium, because I get quite a harsh hit on FPS. But it's cool. What Xenvira does to X-Men is pretty cool. Yeah, the sounds of this aircraft is pretty good, to be fair. As I say, it is a payware aircraft. But I think I only paid like $12 or something, so it wasn't like crazy. Here we go. Visibility is gone. Let's climb a little bit, see if we can get above this somehow. This could be pretty high. so I'm not sure how long I'm going to be doing this for, but we shall see. There's a lot of cool features on this aircraft that I haven't really had the chance to properly play with. There's checklist and all that sort of thing. It's pretty cool. Also you can open that up. But yeah, I haven't gone through any of this properly yet. There we go. Starting to see something now. Bit of cloud surfing. Mark, yeah, I mean, it's probably worth waiting until the final version of Explain, you know, the final release, and then all the add-on, all the developers will probably update the add-ons. But there's no point in them keep updating it for each of the later versions. It just doesn't make sense, really, does it? Hi, Mad Pilot. Hi, Roy. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. It's not that FPS friendly video, believe it or not. The default aircraft I get better FPS than I do in this one, but I guess it's a little bit more detailed, isn't it? I mean, that's really good. Just close this window, might make it a bit quieter. There we go, that's better. Might be able to hear me a little bit better now. Yeah, I might try gliding shortly. I don't think I've ever done gliding in the stream. Why not? As I say, there's no specific agenda with these at the minute. So it's just having a look, answering your questions, and looking at different things together, really. I did a short flight plan, nothing serious, just to an airfield nearby, so might as well land there before we try the next thing. Yeah, Mark, I haven't actually tried that glider by those guys. So how many of you are using X-Plane currently, new version, X-Plane 11? Or you're holding off until it's released? And a lot of the comments I get in my video, or the videos should I say, a lot of people saying, yeah, this looks great, but I'm going to wait till it's launched. I bought this as soon as they announced that you can buy it. I didn't care that was not the final version. But yeah, the weather's not too great around here, is it? So we're not very far from Seattle, if you were wondering. See, I'm getting a FPS hit as it's rendering more weather. So I think it's funny because X-Enviro never really affected the FPS before, but it definitely is this time round. But yeah, hopefully they'll do something about it soon. Okay, so a couple of you on X-Plane 11. I still think for me, beta version 3 was the best. Just seemed the smoothest. I had the least amount of problems with that one. But doesn't mean it was good for anyone else. Yes, of course, Roy. I can do that next. I can load it up at Boeing Field and check out the autogen around there. It's pretty good, to be fair. I have tried it previously. It's quite a populated area. Here's the airfield. I can't remember the last time I streamed. It seemed a while ago now. Been very busy with work. I'm hoping to go and look at a new car tomorrow. Decided I want a new car. So that should be fun. Today was very cold here. -2. Yeah, you guys, some of you probably think that's nothing. But it is in Britain. That's pretty cold for us here. Not used to that sort of temperatures. I don't actually use a yoke, I use a joystick. So I'm using the Satec X52 Pro, which has a throttle not quadrant, but a throttle device with it as well. Cool. Not too bad. So let's load it up at Boeing Field. What I'm going to do, I'm going to select the default Cessna for that as well. I'll go for that one. Don't actually know the iCal for Boeing Field. There we go. Kilo Bravo Foxtrot India. So guys, can you confirm this sounds better now with this new headset? Hopefully there's a lot less unwanted noise. That was very annoying. So, there we go. Let's just make it a bit brighter, shall we? Yeah, so there's a lot going on here, as you can see. A lot of autogen. There's Seattle there with the sloped runways. It's pretty cool. Train there. That's the thing I find with X-Plane. I'm sure I mentioned it loads of times. I just love the fact that it's buzzing with life. With P3D and FSX, it just, I don't know, it just feels a bit dead. This is pretty cool. And same thing really, I've said it before, I'm not that big of a fan with the daytime sort of look of the scenery. I think improvements need to be made. When you change it to dusk or night, That's when things start to look really good. I'm sure you would agree. Just the sunlight, I think it's how the light hits the objects and whatever. So obviously at this sort of time of day, the light is hitting the buildings, so you can see them more clearly. And the lights, the halo effect is pretty cool. Looks good. High around the sun. It's not too bad. It's not the best. Beta 8. As I said before, version 3 was the best for me. I mean, you can see now, it's averaging around 30. Oh, okay. Let's wait for him to go. The driverless car. Looks like a BMW, although it's acting like a Tesla right now. Anyway, let's go for a little flight around here. Also, the AA, anti-aliasing, I don't know how to say it properly. Never noticed that before. Sorry to interrupt there. Look at that, there's a little moped, motorbike. Is that new? Has anyone spotted that before? I need to go and check that out. Where's he gone? He's disappeared. Was it? There we go. Is that new? The guy with a box on his head. Don't think I've seen that before. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, so you could see the lines are not quite straight. Now I have got it on 4 times because I'm streaming. Normally I have it on 8 times. But it definitely used to be a lot smoother. The lines used to be a lot sharper than what it is now. Wow, that's impressive. 20 FPS boost. That's a lot. I think for me it's definitely lower. I mean, you can see now it's around the 30. That's not normal for my setup. So Thomas, I'm using, I have even, should I say, the GTX 1080. Yeah, around the sun. I've seen the deer a couple of times actually. Very freaky. Wasn't expecting it. And also the hat switch, I haven't found a way to make that a little bit more responsive or sensitive, which would be ideal really. It's a little bit slow, so I'm always having to use the mouse to look around a little bit quicker. How's that, Roy? Look good for you? Quite a lot of autogen around here, isn't there? Again, the autogen, I haven't got it set to max, so it's just one below max. I think it's medium. You can just make out Seattle there. Check out that slope on the runway. Crazy. My field of view, I think it's 85, if I'm not mistaken. Let's check it. Yeah, about 85. As you can see, this is my current settings in beta version 8. Normally have this on 8 times, but I lower it on during the stream just to get a little bit more FPS. I can put it on, see how it affects it. Oh, fancy that. Still getting the same frame rates. Okay, might as well leave it on 8 times. Because as you can see, now the lines look a lot sharper. Everything just looks a lot sharper. No jaggedy lines. Everything's just a little bit more detailed and crisp. Yeah, I'm surprised that didn't really have an effect. Something's definitely not right with the setting, the graphic setting. So yeah, that's probably this version of Explain Beta 8. Something's not quite right. Because before, you know, obviously increasing it to 8 times will make quite a big difference to the FPS. But right now, all seems okay. It's pretty detailed. I'm starting to get a little bit of tearing. I don't know if you can notice that. See that on the screen, guys? Now, I wonder if I lowered that. There we go. Tearing gone. That's interesting. Might have to submit that. Because it wasn't... I mean, the FPS was very similar. So... not sure why one would turn, one wouldn't. Anyway, that was interesting. Around the sun, normally it does have an effect, to be fair, regardless of you know, being GTX 1080. BA, I think you're new to the channel. Welcome. Hi, Parser. Good to see you again. Yeah, that's interesting. So, no, my X52 seems perfectly fine. Not had any issues. Not in Explain 10 or 11. Everything seems okay to me. It's all good. Maybe try and recalibrate it in Windows first. Paul, HDR. So I've got it on high. Now if I put it on maximum, definitely will get a frame hit. Okay, maybe not at this stage for whatever reason. See, something's bizarre. Look at that, my FPS has gone higher. How do you work that out? I've just turned it up to maximum, I'm getting better frames. That does not make sense. Yeah, that's really strange. See, this is why I like these streams, because you guys ask me to do things, and I try it, and then I'm experiencing new cool things, bugs and problems, logs. That is interesting. Before, when I used to put it on, okay, so there's tearings there, so that's interesting. So it's not, so that although the FPS showing like it's handling it okay, but clearly it isn't, because there's tearing. I don't know if you guys can notice that, but there's definitely tearing, especially when I pan left to right. I'll try and pan slower. There we go. You see that? It's nasty. And is that what's causing it? Let's have a look. Yep, it's a bit sharper now, isn't it? A bit faster. So perhaps the FPS is really not the best indicator. Not in version 8 by the looks of it. Yeah, you shouldn't be sliding around. I mean, I'm not saying it's perfect. You'll see when I land in just a second. But it's not as bad as sounds like what you've got. Yeah. Hi Zippo. I'm not sure if you're new to the channel, but if you are, welcome. Yeah, if I turn down autogen, it will definitely have an impact on FPS. And if I turn it up, it's going to slow it down. Roy, I did read that in Explain 10, but for me, I noticed the difference immediately. So I'm not sure what effect it would have. If I'm honest, I haven't tried that. I haven't tried it in Explain 11 because it looks like it applies the setting even if I'm not restarting it. But I wonder whether there's an actual impact if I change something and then restarted it. I will try that after the stream. Texture, I think, is more to do with the RAM, if I'm not mistaken, and the CPU is more to do with the autogen. So I'm sure you guys all heard about the GTX 1080 Ti. Just reading some stuff about it, nothing sort of confirmed, but a lot of people are saying it could be up to 50% more powerful than the GTX 1080. That is very interesting. That's the case. Trust me, as soon as that's out, I'll be getting it. But the thing is, well, I say that. It depends. I need to do a test really and see how my GTX 1080 is performing as it is, because I think it's worth checking. Because if it's not really being used 100%, I'd say the CPU is going to bottleneck, regardless of how good the graphics card is. So I might have to do a little bit of playing around. So you guys see what I'm saying about X-Plane being more alive? It's really cool. I like it. Cars, trucks, birds, animals. You can even see the cars in distance. Yeah, the 1080 is really good. The GTX 1080. It's definitely the best card I've owned. And if you read reviews, I don't think you will find many negative reviews about it. Okay. Let's move on from here. So, suggestions, guys. I don't like to do this too often, but I'll do it this time. Let's see. Anyone have any suggestions where to go next? So, Roy, sorry, I'm not sure if I understand what you mean. Are you saying the Titan X will allow you to go in SLE? Is that what you're saying? Ah, BA, that's interesting. Yeah, so my joysticks definitely hasn't got issues. So you might want to check it out. Interesting, Zippo. I wondered that. I wondered if that was the case. They definitely need to optimize the code so it takes advantage of all the hardware. Because it just seems pointless spending lots of money on super fast hardware if it's not being used properly. Wow, a lot of suggestions there, guys. Biggin Hill. I've not tried that before. Might have to give it a try after this. Innsbruck. So I've done Innsbruck a number of times. Rio de Janeiro, I think I did it once for those of you who were on the stream when I did it. tried to take off with a 747, and I was scraping the sea. That was interesting. So where are we here? Pretty big airport. Somewhere in the US. Let's have a look. So I noticed they've fixed the map. So you've probably seen a lot of my previous streams and videos. The map was really buggy, but it seems really good now, and it's very responsive. So that's a welcome update. I think I need to zoom in a little bit closer. Okay. Memphis. First time. Interesting. It's quite a flat area. Very blue skies. I haven't tried London, so I guess we could do that. Let's try London City, and we can head towards Biggin Hill and that kind of thing, and we can check out the scenery around there. I'm gonna pick something a little bit faster though, because otherwise we might be here for a while. Raphael, I don't know if it has to be. I'm pretty sure it is, but a couple of times before the stream, when I tried to load the IG or IGEX, keep getting them mixed up, the 737, it crashes my sim. So it's definitely not working for me on version 8, which is a bit, yeah, it's not great, but that's okay. Won't be long before version 9, no doubt. So this is the W2XP trying to load the autogen. That's why I get this message, and then it slows down a little bit, but it should work. That's cool, Roy. No problem. Thomas, so what sort of FPS are you getting with the GTX 970? That was the card I had before the GTX 1080. I loved it, I thought it was great. In X-Plane 10 it performed quite well. So quite a lot of new names, or faces should I say, to the stream. Welcome, for those of you new to it. If you haven't subscribed, I would very much appreciate it if you did. So, just noticed we've hit just hit over the 1,000 subscriber mark, which is pretty cool. Thank you all for the love. Not sure why I've not tried London before, really. That's pretty cool. Is that must be default scenery? Yeah, because no, of course not. It's W2X XP. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty heavy on frame rates, isn't it? I'm pretty sure the default scenery in London does not look anything like this. Yeah, so 33 frames. When you zoom in and it loads up more autogen, it tends to slow down a little bit. Have I posted my NVIDIA settings? No, because I haven't really done anything with it apart from switch off threaded optimization. A lot of people said to do that. I didn't see much of an improvement, to be honest with you, but X-Plane developers actually suggested to switch it off, so I thought I might as well. Thank you guys, very kind. Wow, Thomas, that's pretty that's pretty painful. That's quite low, isn't it? Have you just make sure you've got shadows and reflections all switched off, because they're horrible. They really kill the FPS in X-Plane 11. Still hear the birds. I think X-Enviro is doing that, by the way. So this doesn't look too realistic. I think it probably would be much better. You can see down there the water is not placed correctly. This would probably be a lot better if I had photo scenery, because W2XP sits on top of the photo scenery almost perfectly, but not so much on top of default X-Plane. Might have to do that. You should be able to see photo scenery shortly, just slightly south of this area. Now, Paul, you're going to have to direct me. Biggin Hill. I'm sure I'm heading the right way. Is that it? Yeah, there we go. Just tune the VR and see if we're going to pick up. Yeah, there we go. Let's fly towards it. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. Welcome, William. Hi, Killer Gaming. Good to see you again. Yeah, I think I saw that on in the org Explain org website. I need to download that. Still haven't had a chance to do that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to disable X-Enviro. So we're running around 25 FPS. So it hasn't made much of a difference. So the reason why it's slow here is because of all that autogen. There's a lot there. And you can see the start of the photo scenery that I've downloaded. Just there you can see the line. So it should look a lot better in just a second. There's Biggin Hill. Just slightly outside the photo scenery area. But yeah, that's a lot of buildings there. That's fair enough, Thomas. I do think that, to be fair. I mean, I don't do much VFR flying, although I'm starting to a little bit more with the photo scenery, because it's pretty good. But yeah, most of the time flying airliners, you know, you don't need it on very high. Yeah, as you can see, W2XP is adding a lot of autogen here in London. Because what it is, for those of you who haven't used W2XP before, it adds the autogen in the UK, or Europe should I say, exactly where it's supposed to be. So you can imagine there's a lot going on. See factories, colleges, schools, houses, a lot. Everything gets added. And the crazy thing is, I haven't even got it set to max. Dread to think what it will do if it was set on max. Killer Gaming, no, I don't have any other sims apart from the... Well, I was going to say flight sims, but I can't say that anymore. It's just X-Plane. Yeah, it's very busy around here, as you can see. Let's head towards Gatwick. Hi Moody, 7 Moody. This game will be launched, well, apparently in Feb, sometime in Feb, but I don't know how accurate that is. We shall see. Welcome to the channel, by the way. Hi Klaus, good to have you back again. William, I do, but not for everywhere, because the photo scenery, the Bing Maps, takes up a lot of storage on my hard disk. So I think I've already used up 250 gig. But yeah, it's good. It certainly adds a lot more to the realism of X-Plane. So you can see the frame rates have jumped up a little bit now. I'm outside of London. Central London, should I say. Yeah, so for the UK, I do have GB Pro. This is the thing. I don't know. I don't know if this is now using GB Pro or W2XP. I always wondered. I don't know if any of you guys out there know. I have W2XP installed and GB Pro, which is sort of autogen for the UK. So how does that work? Which one does it prioritize? Please tell me it's not loading both at the same time, because that would explain the FPS issues I'm getting in London. Never really thought of that beforehand. So Paul, I have X-Plane installed on my C drive, and all the photo scenery is in the X-Plane folder. I believe you can have it in a separate folder and connect it up somehow. I don't know how to do that, to be honest, so I haven't done it. It doesn't matter too much for me because I don't need to move it into another you know, hard drive just yet. I've got other stuff saved on my other. I've got 2 SSDs, so deliberately left this one just for X-Plane and stuff for it. Hi Jose. Yes, it is. So I'm using Bing Maps for this photo scenery, and then W2XP or GB Pro 2 to add the autogen on top of it, so you can see it's all 3D there. What we'll do, we'll head towards the south coast. There's some pretty cool airports down there. It's a bit of a sharp turn. Just keep an eye on fuel. I think we're okay for a minute. William, there is a good video on YouTube by another YouTuber, Q8 Pilot. Most of you know who he is. So he created a great video. I think it's only 15-20 minutes long, and he goes through how to create this photo scenery. That's how I learned how to do it, actually, from his video. So go check it out. Dave, you said it's a little bit blurred, not a clear picture. What is the scenery or the stream? Okay, Holt, that's useful to know, thank you. Roy, yes, I am using that. Although I feel that since installing it, I lost about 5 FPS. It does look good though. Thomas, that's funny. Just do it very late at night. There we go, how about that? So if I was to zoom in on that road, you should be able to see traffic. There we go. It's cool, isn't it? So it's added everything on top of the map, exactly where it should be. It's just amazing. Fascinates me every time I see that. I think it's so cool. I believe that is Brighton there. Feel free to correct me. And I think that's Shoreham there. Shoreham by the sea, or whatever it's called. Pretty cool little airport there, actually. I think let's go there. Let's go check it out. Land there. Yeah, so William, go check out his video. I think the title of it is something like how to create photoreal scenery or something like that. It's really good. Zakaria TV, yes, I sure can. I actually forgot to enable it again. That's why I didn't enable it, because we can't see anything. What I'll do, I'll disable it and I'll re-enable it when we get a little bit lower, just below this this weather. So I think this scenery is pretty good. Don't want to miss. We don't want to miss it, do we? Yes, Killer Gaming. This is the Cirrus jet. Parsa, I don't know actually. I was a bit surprised there's no scenery in Dubai, considering it's like one of the most popular airports in the world. Very, very strange. I'm just hoping, I don't know if the developers are called Mr. X or it's the name of their products, but they do amazing freeway airports, and I just wish they do Dubai Airport. That would be very, very cool. So There's Shoreham. Seaside town. I always want to play with these buttons. So cool. I don't know if any of you guys have tried this here. I think it's that lever there. You can pull parachute. Pull that lever. But I'll save it for later, perhaps. Okay, I think that's far enough. Let's get Enviro re-enabled. Should look a little bit better now. There we go, it's more like it. So it just adds a lot more realism to the way the scenery looks. I said it before in my stream, and I really do believe it. I feel like the photo scenery gives me a better boost in FPS. You see, I'm running almost 50, mid 40s, late 40s, even while streaming. That's pretty impressive. And it's not like there's not much autogen here. There's quite a lot going on. William, maybe just play around with the settings. Did you see my settings when I loaded it up a short while ago? Try and replicate that. What's your CPU, by the way? Looks like one of the Virgin trains down there, going past the runway. Whoa, that was a heavy landing. So let's turn around and take off again and just go a little bit further west of the coast. Hi, happy camper. Good to see you again. We're not flying anywhere specific, to be fair. Just random stuff as per usual. I've already noticed a couple of issues in Beta 8 whilst we're on the stream, so it's all good. Just an opportunity to test it, really. Yeah, true, Roy. They are completely red, aren't they? Whoa. So the cloud layer is pretty low here, so I'm not sure how much higher I can go without losing sight of the scenery. We shall see though. It's very gloomy, as you can see. It adds sort of like a shadow when it's overcast. That's why it looks a little bit dark. There we go. View out of the window. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? So we can keep it at this altitude. Just hold it there. Okay, it's gone all scatty a little bit now. So slow it down a little bit. Gone too high now. There we go. Let's check autopilot. Yeah, there we go. On. Let's hold it there. And the heading. There we go. Still hear the birds. It's pretty impressive hearing the birds at this height. Can you guys hear that bird? Or birds, should I say? Or was it just me? Ah, okay, William, you didn't see the settings, so I can show that very quickly. There we go. That's what I'm running at during the live stream. Normally I have this on 8 times, but yeah, for now I'm gonna keep it as it is. So as you can see, draw shadows is off, and reflections on minimal. Those two things really have a high impact on the FPS. So let's see what's nearby. What have we here? Goodwood, okay. And I think Southampton's not too far from here. I think that's it there. Yeah, there we go. I think let's head towards Goodwood and see what's... I've not seen that scenery. So we want 290. I think that'll be okay. I think that water looks pretty good. Definitely better than X-Plane 10. Looks like there's a disused airfield there. World War II, perhaps. There's quite a few of those around the UK. They just put business centres, sites or factories on top of them. That's an interesting question. I don't know, to be fair. I think it would seem quite crazy to go up to Beta 12, but you never know. Hi Matteo, good to see you again. This is why I fly quite a lot around the UK. Not just because I live in the UK, but I just love the scenery. It just looks awesome, really good. It's really bizarre. I keep getting copyright claims against me on YouTube, and so it's music producers, I guess, and the videos that they keep disputing are my X-Plane videos. And when you I mean, I'm not playing any music, as you can probably tell, but certain sounds in X-Plane must sound like some of their music. Must be really shitty music, to be fair. Excuse my language. But yeah, it's annoying because it takes YouTube a while to sort it out. Very bizarre. Hi, iSpace. What do you mean exactly? Take care, Paul. Thanks for joining. See you soon. M5AXA. No, I haven't. Welcome to the channel, by the way. I haven't tried I didn't realise you can, to be fair. Matteo, I think I've lost frames in this version of X-Plane, to be fair. Okay, apparently we're just about... Oh, there it is there. That's a pretty cool airfield. Hmm. We can land the jet on the grass runway, right? I feel like I need to check it out. Yeah, it's really annoying. And I know I'm not playing music, but they normally when they dispute it, they add a timeline of where that piece of music is. And once it was just the sound of, you know, in the, I think it's the jar or the 767. If you're in the cabin, you can hear the passengers talking, and apparently that's someone's music. Is that supposed to be a runway there? Random. I've not flown to this airport before. I've heard about it, but this is definitely the first time. So I need to check it out. It looks pretty cool. Not for a jet though. Hi Roger, welcome to the channel. How do you refuel your Cessna at a local airport? I don't think you can. I don't think it's like P3D or FSX. You can drive up to the fuel thing and it will do it for you. I think you just have to go into the settings and increase it. We need to aim for a better landing this time, don't we? Okay, not so great. Yeah, I like this. This is cool. Let's get this thing up again. Should have enough runway to take off. You're running low on fuel. So it's just here, flight, edit weight and balance, and then you can just go ahead and increase your fuel, payload, fuel, easy. And it's pretty cool because if you adjust the fuel load, it tells you how much, what sort of flight time you can get out of that. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm gonna have to remember that airfield. It's a nice little airfield. So, what have we around here? Boscombe down. I think that's Southampton. Yep. Let's tune it. Think that. Ah, how about that? Look at that, guys. The map is glitching. I jinxed it. said they fixed it, but yeah, it's glitching again. Isn't that interesting? There we go. Fixed again, but yeah, that's not supposed to happen. Very bizarre. It's a shame the weather's not too great. I'm gonna have to. What I'll do for you guys. Let's get SkyMax Pro on. Although it's not my favourite one. Let's get it on. Switch off XEnviro. Let's change the weather. Because with XEnviro you can't alter the weather. You can only do the real weather. But let's do. I think that should be okay. Let's get it up a little bit. Yeah, I think it's fine. There we go, it's more like it. How about that? One of the reasons I never really was a fan of SkyMax Pro was because it really affected the performance. But for some reason in this version of X-Plane Beta 8, as you can see I'm running around 40, sometimes 50. So it has no impact on the FPS, which is really bizarre. I'm not sure why it did beforehand, and now it doesn't. Seems really strange. Matteo, no, there isn't really an FPS gain for me. If anything, it's dropped. Happy Camper, yeah, that's my excuse. Yeah, it's because it was an external landing. That's why it was rubbish. Hi, Stein. Welcome to the channel. There is a change log on their website, so you can read through the changes. For me, the only thing I care about is the rendering in FPS. That sounds really bad, doesn't it? But it's true. That's the most important thing for me most of the time. Of course, if they add any cool new features, you know, obviously I welcome that. But apart from that, it's all about the performance for me. Just gonna do a slight detour here because it looks like there's some airfield. There's an airport over there, which again I've not checked out before. Just there in the distance. Go check it out. William, yeah, nothing really. The GB Pro doesn't really affect the airports. All seems to work nicely together. Stein, you can go to xplane.org. There's a lot of really cool freeware stuff that you can download for X-Plane. Yeah, thank you, Roy. You're ahead of me. William, yeah, 50 frames. I'm used to that normally. But yeah, when I stream, it definitely does drop, and also version 8 definitely has affected my FPS. That's okay, can't complain. I mean, it's around 40 now, which is not too bad, is it? Thank you, Thomas. Thank you for joining. Hope to see you again soon. So, okay, so that looks like a military airbase. Well, what is it? Leon Solent. Never heard of it. It's interesting. There we go, so I think Southampton is just there. Let's turn. So I'm from the UK. I'm originally from the southwest of the UK, a place called North Devon, but now I live somewhere called Gloucestershire, which is sort of, I wouldn't say it's central, but it's definitely more central than North Devon. William, did you think I was going to land there? Sorry. So this is a pretty cool area. I've flown here a few times and I've done a couple of videos from this region. So city of Southampton. It's south of England, and the airport is just there, as you can see, just near that windmill. So there's a lot of scenery here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to make it a little bit darker. Let's make it dusk, get some light action. There we go. That's the other thing, I find this time of day improves my FPS. Bizarre, because I think it actually looks better. Roger, Forest of Dean, not too far from me. Hello. So the smoke is, I think, a nuclear reactor or something. Yeah, power station. Nuclear reactor. So what we can do when we land, we'll load up the flight factor 757, take off from here and go to Echo Golf Tango Echo, which is Exeter, which is near from where I was born, a small town called Barnstable. Most of you are not going to know Barnstable, to be fair. Hi from Bristol. I wondered, M5, is your username anything to do with the actual M5, the highway? Thought the odds were going to be quite slim, but since you're in Bristol, I'd say that's big possibility. Yeah, I think I ought to land this from the inside view this time. Don't want to embarrass myself again, do I? You're also from North Devon. How about that? Whereabouts in North Devon? Worldwide flight. Wow. Probably not, if I'm honest. I think that'd be a tough one. Actually run an IT company, so probably need to take a holiday to do that. And I'm not sure when I can take holiday. Seem to be maxed out most of the time. Nah, it's too tempting to do it from the outside view. I'm just going to stay inside. There we go, it's a bit better, isn't it? Slow, slow, slow. Need to get off this taxiway here. That's how you drift a jet, guys. Okay, let's park it up here and let's get the 757 loaded up. So, let's go for that one. EGHI, I think it is, yeah. That's a good guess. Let's go for there. Does anyone know if there's payware scenery for Southampton? William, you're doing a PPL at Gloucester Airport? Wow, that's my local. Staverton. Love that airfield, it's amazing. Done quite a lot of my streams at Gloucester for you guys. Roger, so you need a pretty powerful CPU. So mine's running at 4.7, although in Windows it shows when it's running at max it's running at 5.2 gigahertz. Don't know why it shows that. Don't know whether that's actually accurate or not. Hi Paranormal Gamer. I'm not sure. That's if you clicked on the updater, it should allow you to. That's a bit bizarre. Gamers Guide, welcome. So welcome you guys to the channel. I don't recognize your names. Can I show my aircraft lists? Yes, of course I can. So we've got the default aircrafts there. It seems like, there we go. So let's try that again. There we go. So this is default stuff, and then you've got flight factor 757, flight factor 767, default MD82. All this is default. Some of the older stuff from the older versions of X-Plane. This is Aerobasque Akoya. It's a freeware. I think it's the first X-Plane freeware. It's officially built for X-Plane. It's pretty cool little thing. I could never fly it very well. Then we've got one of my favourites, the JAR A320. It's a miniature version of it, as you can see. Still fun to fly. And the Twin Star that we used at the beginning of the stream. And the IXEG 737. This is amazing, but for some reason it's broke in this version of X-Plane, which is annoying, because I really like flying that. So that's my aircraft list at the minute. William, yeah, the 757 flight factor is amazing, and the 767 is also really good too. Yeah, they should have given me the part in Tokyo Drift. I've done better in the 737 before, did an amazing drift, but I didn't record it. Oh, so Aerosoft, you think they've done the Southampton scenery? Need to check that out. iSpaz, yeah, definitely. X-Plane is very CPU dependent. And the thing is, you could get the best graphics card in the world, and if your CPU is not good, it's not going to allow the graphics card to run at its maximum performance. It creates like a bottleneck, so you need to watch out with that. Right guys, this sounds quite loud, so can you just let me know if you can still hear me okay? Check out that smoke. So this plane runs on diesel apparently. So for those of you who haven't seen Flight Factor aircrafts, you get this cool little iPad that allows you to play around with various settings of the aircraft. And if you click on ground, you can get a pushback truck or pull forward, which is basically the opposite of pushback. It just, you can pull yourself along into hangars and that sort of thing, which is pretty cool. You can add the fuel trucks and the ice truck. There you go, show you what that looks like. There you go, that's cool, isn't it? Let's add the other stuff if you want to see it. Shouldn't really do that when engines are running. That's all good. There we go, if you haven't seen that before, that's what it all looks like. And the cool thing about the tugs, you can actually control it yourself. So all you do, release a brake, and if you just apply the throttle, it just moves backwards. And you don't have to put it in reverse thrusters or anything, you just move the control, the throttle forward and back. And it basically increase power, and it will speed up. This is the maximum speed it will go, naturally. And then you can steer it with the rudder. It's a bit glitchy, as you can see. It was never like that, so wondering if that's again to do with this new update. Okay, so if I do full rudder, it makes it jump up and down, which is a bit bizarre. Hi Dan, yeah, I heard about the FS Labs being at 140. Seems quite steep. I'm a bit of a sucker. Anything new which looks good, I don't really care too much about the price. I know it sounds really bad. It's not very efficient. Yeah, I always get tempted to just go and buy it. I just like switching on all the lights just so you can see what it looks like. Yeah. So let's get rid of the tug. And let's do the PA for one of you guys. I think you asked for the PA. So let's get rid of the pushback truck. And let's do safety demonstration.
Ladies and gentlemen, we request your full attention as the flight attendants demonstrate the safety features.
What is gate config? I think it's to do with the jetways that open up, so it just sets it up so you can open it properly.
By pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt, lift the upper portion of the buckle. We suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the flight, as we may experience turbulence.
We may experience turbulence.
757-200 airliner has 10 emergency exits, 4 forward, 2 aft, and 2 over each wing. Please take a few moments now to locate.
Yeah, do you want to see the? I'll load it back up again if you want to have a good look of it. So I like doing all this for you guys. If you haven't already decided to buy something, I'm happy to show you. Yeah, there's quite a few options there.
Which may also be detached and used as a life raft. Oxygen and the air pressure are always being monitored. In the event of a decompression, an oxygen mask will automatically appear in front of you. To start the flow of oxygen, pull the mask towards you. Place it firmly over your nose and mouth.
Okay, is that good enough, guys?
Behind your head and breathe normally. Although the bag does not inflate, oxygen is flowing to the mask. If you are traveling with a child or someone who requires assistance, secure your mask on first, and then assist the other person. Keep your mask on until a uniformed crew member advises.
Yeah, I like this jet. It's really good.
In the event of an emergency,
so a lot of guys who are still using P3D or FSX and whatever, they set a benchmark, and that's PMDG, which is a shame really, because yeah, PMDG stuff is really good, but I always had issues with it. I always felt it never really ever ran smoothly on my setup. And the flight factor stuff, it's pretty realistic. I mean, I think they're considered study level sim, or whatever you call it, study level. They're pretty accurate, and the really amazing thing about it, you don't get any FPS issues. It still runs pretty smoothly. Well, it does on my system anyway. Yeah, Dan, the scenery, photo scenery that you can do is just very impressive.
Mobile
For
telephones,
those of you who've just joined,
remote-controlled toys,
you'll be able
or
to
any
see that in just
electronic
a second
devices
when we take
operating
off.
with an antenna must be turned off at all times. We remind you that this is a non-smoking flight. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying the smoke detectors located in the lavatories is prohibited by law. You will find this
Lavatories.
and all the other
That sounded
safety
a little bit
information in the card
funny, didn't it?
located in the seat pocket in front of you.
Okay,
We strongly suggest
just
you
before I
read
take
it
off,
before
there's quite a lot of
takeoff.
comments. There's quite a
If
few
you
of you
have
here
any
tonight, guys.
questions, please don't hesitate to ask one of our crew members.
Yes, Matteo, we
wish
can
you all
see
an
your
enjoyable flight.
messages.
Thank you.
Dan, you have the PMDGs. Yeah, I mean, as I say, they're very good, but they impact performance. Michael, so you just bought a copy of what, X-Plane 11? Okay, I think we can get this off the ground. So we need to head west pretty much. There we go, map's glitching again. So we want to go that way. And let's see. Okay. Let's tune that. Let's go for it. We're going to hear the sounds from the outside. Sounds good, doesn't it? I love how it gets quieter as you lift off.
Quite slow.
Okay, let's change that. How about that, guys? Right, I'm going to switch it up now, back to X-Enviro, because I much prefer how the sky is rendered in X-Enviro, to be fair. Okay, let's turn this beast. We'll go this way, I think. Hi Cricket, you joined a little bit late. We've just loaded up the 757. Michael, yes, contrails are displayed when you reach a certain altitude, and they look pretty good too. Gamer's Guide, you said, can you do a flight with the other 757? I don't have any other 757s. I do have a 767, just similar to this really, just bigger. Matteo, I've not used that aircraft before, so I couldn't tell you, to be honest. Sorry, I can't help you with that one. So I'm getting some, can you see that, guys? Something's definitely up with the, I'm running at 12 FPS. Now is it X-Enviro that's doing that? Let's test it again. Wow, okay. So there we go, guys. You can be my witness. X-Enviro is currently broke. I knew it wasn't my imagination. Let's get SkyMax Pro loaded up again. So they'll probably need to update that now. So make it a little bit lighter. Hi RFK, good question. Don't have the answer either. I don't actually have the 350. A question for you guys. For those of you who do have the A350, is it worth getting? Is it worth waiting for an update for X-Plane 11? Yeah, right, the engine smoke is too much. It looks very unhealthy. There we go. Otherwise it looks pretty good. Thank you, Be Original, very kind. Hope to see you again on the stream soon. Guys, can I just make sure that you guys can hear me, because this aircraft is much louder than the previous ones. Can you still hear my voice okay? Hi Jafie, hope that's how you pronounce it. Welcome. So fair few of you tonight. Thank you for joining. Hope you enjoy this. I said at the beginning, for those of you who've only just joined, there's no sort of set schedule for this stream. We're just testing the new version of X-Plane, which is Beta 8. And we've already found a number of issues, which is good, so we can report that to them. So we're going to fly the south coast of England towards Echo Golf Tango Echo. Awesome. So I think finally we're getting there with the sound. There you go. Check that out down there. Some sort of marina boats, and there's even a moving crane. Can you see that? Try and zoom in. So one of you asked about the contrails. You can enable them yourself by clicking X on your keyboard. So you can see. So we can zoom out a little bit. There we go. A good picture. So is the 777 any good? I assume it's not compatible with XP11 yet. Dan, I'm using zoom level 17 here. That's interesting. So you all rate the 777 professional. I did contemplate getting it, but I wasn't sure whether it'll be working very well on X-Plane 11. There you go. How about that for the scenery, guys? Much better than the default stuff, isn't it? Let's speed this up a little bit. So what's the QPAC Airbus 320? Not familiar with that one. Hi, the A Fogado. I guess you're trying to read my frames as around mid-30s, fluctuating between mid-30s and top end of the 30 mark. So I've had all sorts of frame rates during this stream. We've had 50s, 30s, and we've had 16. So definitely beta versions still needs a lot of optimizing. Matteo, shift 4 hasn't been fixed, no, still flat. Hi Martin, there is a change log. I think one of you guys just posted it recently, so if you want to post it so Martin can see the change log. I don't know off the top of my head what's been updated. Thank you, William. Appreciate it. Hope to see you again soon. So I'm running with the GTX 1080, guys. And the CPU is running at 4.7. So Beta 8 for me, again for those of you just recently joined, I've lost FPS, definitely. I know it's running around the 30-40 mark, and probably higher in a less complex aircraft, but yeah, I used to get late 50s in most scenarios, so definitely I've been hit anyway. I know some others have reported increase in FPS, but it's going to be different for everyone, isn't it? Looks like the aircraft carrier out there. Whoop. So not sure what that is down there. Some sort of racetrack, by the looks of it. think it is, isn't it? So let's see where we are. So not too far now. Need to just turn slightly. 275. Okay, good, good. I think we're all set. There we go. It's about every year, isn't it? Excuse me. Take care, guys. Thanks for joining. So yeah, it is water cooled. Can you hear the cabin noise now? Can you hear people talking? I'm probably going to get a copyright dispute after this once it's live. Thank you, Gamers Guide. Thanks for joining. Hope to see you again soon. Take care. Yep, we'll be landing shortly. Let's see how far we are now. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do a slight turn here. Okay, that's good. Looks good. Okay, so it looks like it's picked up the glide slope, which is... Yes, I mean, it's, according to this, it's 11 nautical miles. Somehow I don't believe that. I must be tuned into something else, actually. There we go, glitchy map again. That's another issue. There we go. I find if you keep switching it on and off, sometimes it will work. So how far is that? Yeah, 24 nautical miles. I'm not sure what's... it must be tuned into something else. It's probably picking up some other radio signal. Okay, it's all good. So I wonder when Beta 9 will be released, because just reading online, quite a lot of people experiencing very odd issues with this version. Let's have a look, see where we are. Yeah, I think we can turn now. Don't need that. Okay. Show you the light effects when we land. Hi Andy, welcome. To be honest, I don't think they have improved the cockpit lights. I still think it's a little bit buggy. So that's interesting. According to the map, I was... okay, so I'm slightly off to the right. Need to get this slowed down a little bit now. So Matteo, what was the problem you had? I can't remember. I'm wondering, there's a slight reflection there, which is, I find it quite annoying, but I don't think I can solve it. Yeah, that's what cabin looks like. Let's just save this view, so when we land we can check out this view. There we go. Have I overshot it again? What's that? That's not too bad. It's okay. So hopefully soon we'll establish on a localizer, a glide slope. And we'll set it up for an auto land. Okay, let's turn this beast. So I think, so that's another thing. I think the runway alignment is slightly off. Okay, we're locked. Hi Luna, welcome to the channel. Enjoyed your stream the other night. I find this jet a little bit hard to slow down a lot of the times. You can see it's slightly off now. I'm gonna do a manual landing, I think. Whoops. Why not? Take care. Thanks for joining. Hope to see you again soon. Lowered the flaps too early. There we go. That's more like it. I've got 4 spoilers. And I've got flap 5, and this plane does not want to slow down. Pretty sure it wasn't like that beforehand. There we go. Good scenery. We could do a replay and check it out shortly. Let's just try and get this down on the ground. But I think we're going to have problems because I can't slow this thing down. I'm idle. I'm just going to get some more flaps. That might slow a little bit. Just do pitch up a little bit. We're going to be a little bit too high, but it should be good. Yes, Luna. Not fan of this version. Yeah, it's a little bit buggy. I lost quite a lot of frames as well. I'm running sort of mid-30s now. I'm used to sort of late 40s, 50s. That's okay. They'll sort it out soon, no doubt. Okay, I think we've managed to slow it down a little bit now. Good, good. Now it's decided to slow right down. Got the flaps out. So just before I carry on, let's just swap it around again and see what the situation is here. Yeah, so the frame rates are back to normal again with Xenviro. It's bizarre, it's very intermittent. So it's running at around 40 now. But it did, you guys saw that, it went down to 16 I think.
500.
We are in Exeter, Echo Golf Tango Echo, south of the UK. You might know it, Luna.
Minimums.
So the glide slope
100.
corrected itself the closer I got to the runway. That's interesting.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Wasn't too bad. Yeah, the fog does look pretty good. Just means we don't get to see much of the scenery. I just saw the birds fly over. Those birds are troublesome. Thank you, Luna. I hope the sound's good too. I've been having quite a lot of issues with the sound recently. Just spent about £150 on a new headset, and I think by sounds of it, it should sound alright for you guys. We could check out the replay in just a second if you guys want to see that. Well, that's very kind of you. 10 out of 10. There's those birds again. Look. They just want to get me. I just know it. Ooh. Oh, it's too close. Pretty sure 757s don't fly into Exeter, but that's okay. Don't think 757's on that list. Ah, maybe it does. It's all good. Okay, let's check out the replay. That's maybe a little bit too far, I think. That should be okay. So what view should we do? We'll try a couple of views. Try that one. So sorry guys, back to the comments. Hi Memestar, I do remember you. Welcome back. Yeah, that was very helpful. As you can see, I've learned how to do it now, so I've applied it to a lot of my aircrafts. Yeah, probably right, Rory. It's normally a lot quieter in the cabin when you're landing. Everyone seems very chatty on this flight. Oh, I got a clap as well. Let's get it back a little bit again. Let's try this view. Runway view. Let's speed up a little bit. There we go. Hi Vegard, welcome to the channel. I will show you how to do the view in just a second. I know a lot of people use X camera, but I haven't had the chance to play with it yet. You can probably do a lot more with that. Wow, I didn't realise it was that much nose up when I was landing. I quite like that effect, but not necessarily a black smoke. And it probably should only appear when the runway's wet, but still it's pretty cool. Oh, there's those birds again. Probably. There we go. There's quite a lot of them, isn't there? And they're simulated pretty pretty accurately. Never really noticed that before. Seagulls, dreaded seagulls. So Flight Sim Adventures, no, I'm not running max settings. I'll show you my settings very quickly. There we go. Shadows off, reflections off. Normally I have this on 8 times, but I lose quite a bit of FPS streaming, so I'll turn that down a little bit. And that's how I get it looking the way it's looking now, which I'm quite happy with. I don't think it needs to be. I don't need to turn up anything more than that, really. Yeah, the black smoke is definitely over the top. They need to tone it down. So, with regards to the views, so since a few of you are asking now, so what you need to do is be in the cockpit. In fact, let me just go into the settings. Let me just show what I've done here. So I'm using the X52 Pro, as you can see, and that's what I really like about X-Plane 11. The user interface is just really good. They've made things very easy for us to apply various settings. So if I click any of the buttons on my joystick, notice how it highlights it. So what you do, you click on a button on your joystick to see which one it is, and then just go ahead and apply a certain command to it. Simple as that, really. Oops, didn't mean to do that, sorry. So what I've done with, so there's a couple of hat switches on my joystick. Let's get rid of that. Okay, good. So those are down here. So you can see I have quite a lot of buttons on my joystick setup. So what I've set it, so forward, so this is basically the hat key. So up, I've set it to move forward fast, back, left and right. And then on my throttle there's another hat switch, so I've set it to move left and right but slower, and up and down. So this is what I get now. So I can move forward, back, left, right, up, down. So I have full freedom to move around wherever I like. So now if I unlock the cabin door, cockpit door, and go into the cabin, again I can move around. So what you want to do, if you sit yourself somewhere, I don't know, let's say that view there, what you want to do, so the numlock on your keyboard, so you know the digits on the right hand side, what you want to do is click Control, hold Control, and then click one of those numbers 1 to 9. In fact, you can also use 0. So hold Control, select a number, and then once you set it, all you do is click that number and it will take you into that specific view that you've set up. There we go, and that's the different views that I've set up. And of course you can move around the cockpit and set, you know, overhead, FMC, whatever you like. Hope that makes sense. Is that useful, guys? Yeah, blood on bird strike. Like, yeah, that might be a little bit extreme. Yeah, it does look amazing on Max, but yeah, it does have a massive effect on FPS. Just gonna make it a bit lighter so you guys can see the scenery here. There we go. So I'm using Bing Maps for my scenery. And if I just disable Xenviro for now. There we go. And I'm using GB Pro 2 for autogen. So basically it places all the correct scenery autogen, so 3D buildings exactly where they need to be on top of the photo scenery, which is really impressive. And you'll find that just randomly tractors plotted around places and hay bales and all sorts of things. It's pretty cool. So this airport is Echo Golf Tango Echo. I am using 2 monitors. Well, they're not really connected up to the flight sim. I just have another monitor that's just running YouTube and other stuff. But yeah, so definitely I've had a decrease in FPS in this version of the beta version. Um, what should we go for? I'm going to do one little short flight at Echo Golf Delta. Start on the runway. And let's fly the Twin Star. Thank you, Luna. Hope to see you again soon. Look forward to your upcoming streams. Any other questions, guys? Anything else you would like to see with regards to settings? I don't know everything, but I'll still give it a go. So this is Payware aircraft, the Twin Star. It's pretty cool. This is what I started at the beginning of the stream, for those of you who have been since the beginning. And it's Payware scenery, well, airport. So it's Echo Golf Delta, Bristol Airport in the UK. I quite like it here. It's on a hill. You probably, I don't know if you've seen any of my videos. A couple of my videos are from this airport. It's just really cool. So notice how I set up the views in this aircraft. There we go. There we go. So just where my mouse cursor is pointing right now, there's a car park there. If you're anywhere near this place, just go check it out. You can stand behind that fence and see all the Airbus 320s and 737s landing at this airport. It's really good, especially in the summer. Amazing airport. That almost looks like the screenshot on one of my all-time popular videos on my YouTube channel. It's got something like 80,000 views. Yes, William, I love this airport. I guess since you're from Bristol, so you would fly out of here quite a lot, I should imagine. So as you can see, the photo scenery just really adds a lot of realism to this. It can't be compared to anything else. Again, I like what Olbecs do for FSX and whatever, but it's not gonna look like this. The only trouble, of course, you have to go and download all the areas, and it takes up quite a lot of storage. So of course, there's pros and cons to it, but I can deal with the cons. The pros are too good. Who makes this plane? Good question. I wonder if it says it here. I think it's no, I can't tell you, unfortunately. I'll try and find out for you. I did try and have a look, but I can't find the name. So let's get this thing down, and then we can call it a night. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I think it's coming up to 2-hour mark, isn't it? 2.5 hours almost. Wow. Time flies when you're having fun. So I like doing these streams, even if they're around 2 hours long. Just it is a little bit tiring, if I'm honest. I don't normally talk that much continuously. Still though, it's good fun. A little bit heavy. Right, that is all from me, guys. Thank you for joining. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I really appreciate it. And hope to be streaming again very soon. Take care, guys.